Toon Jam
Podcast. Listening to Toon Jam.
Toon
Toon Jam.
Podcast.
Toon Jam.
Toon Jam.
Toon Jam. Listening to Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Hello and welcome to Toon Jam Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm J-Man.
And today we are talking about the PJs. Do you remember the PJs? Well, we'll sort that out.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. A little bit of background info on the PJs. It's an American stop-motion animated sitcom created by Eddie Murphy, Larry Wilmore, and Steve Tompkins. It's portrayed life in an urban public housing program modelled after the Cabrini Green housing projects in Chicago. The series starred Eddie Murphy and was produced by Imagine Entertainment by Ron Howard and Brian Grazer, the Murphy Company, and Will Vinton Studios in association with Touchstone Television. There's more, but wait, there's more.
Oh no! Wait.
It was Disney's first adult animated series.
Really?
Yeah. And the original run of the series debuted on Fox on January the 10th, 1999, just at the end of our 90s window. Followed the network's coverage of the NFC Division playoffs. 2 days later, the second episode aired in its regular Tuesday night time slot following King of the Hill.
Nice.
Whew. So there you go. It's essentially an Eddie Murphy claymation sitcom. Well, the actual genre is black sitcom.
Oh right. Didn't know that was
a genre.
Official genre.
But there you go.
Yeah.
There were 3 seasons and 44 episodes, 3 of which were unaired.
Oh, too hot for TV.
Yeah, clearly. So there you go, the PJs. So that's a bit of background info. Now let's move on to memories. Do you remember the PJs?
Yeah. It's quite clear in there. I definitely remember like the intro and like I remembered the little like drain thing, like the drain.
Yeah, the drain core with his face on.
His face on. Yeah. I just remember him being kind of like just barking a lot at people and and the look of it as well. But I think that's also because it looks like Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the same guys.
That
made it.
Because it's weird when you get close up. It's like they've got like their arms are like squished into places. There's like they kind of look like they're made out of like balloons sometimes.
Yeah, they're a bit. It doesn't look like plasticine sometimes.
No,
it's weird.
Yeah,
I feel like over here in the UK, we have like Aardman, who are pretty much the plasticine guys.
Yeah.
But there's other than that, like notable ones. There's I suppose like similar, sort of the Tim Burton-y films.
Yeah.
Where they look almost, they don't look like plasticine. They look so like hard, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas this is like really crude almost.
Yeah,
and
it's
a bit ugly at
times.
times.
Yeah, it definitely fits with like the theme of the show.
Yeah, like
it's
a bit not
nasty
gritty,
looking. No,
but it's
just a bit
grungy almost.
It just doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
In any way.
No. But yeah, I know my dad used to love it.
Really?
Which is why I would have seen it.
Yeah.
But mainly just because Eddie Murphy was in it.
I think that's why my family watched it as well.
It was like a new Eddie Murphy show.
Yeah.
Were you a big fan of it as a kid? Did you like it?
I remember it like it being all right, like because it was.
Yeah, I remember thinking of it positively.
Yeah, because I think it went a bit weird sometimes and went a bit like. It's just a bit like cartoonish almost, like it got sort of silly enough to like entertain you as a kid, I think.
Yeah.
Like some stuff was a bit like zany, whereas like other adult stuff, I think like that was just like, it was more the conversation that was.
I suppose
funny.
It's a similar time to South Park, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
So it still wasn't.
Yeah.
And like I said, I suppose it's a Disney made thing, which that was quite weird. Didn't realise they'd made any adult cartoons. I don't know how many they've made. If many more.
Yeah, what's its like second like adult show? That's a weird one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Eddie Murphy breaking the barriers there.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, okay. So we both remember it.
Yeah.
Reasonably fondly.
Yeah. I'd say so.
No, I don't have bad memories of it.
No.
Okay. So yeah, it's got a vague. No, it's not vague. It's just there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's no.
Yeah.
You know, I've never thought. Do you know what? I need to go back and watch the entire 3 seasons of it.
No.
I just remember catching a few episodes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and it's not one that I would like. Definitely not die into to return to it, or one that people talk about that often.
No,
either.
I've never heard anyone say, "Do you remember the PJs?"
PJs. I wish that was back. It's just like
if you said, "Do you remember the PJs?" Someone might be like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
and
that's probably it, remember something wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but then, when people do it, they're like, "Yeah, I think so actually. Yeah, which one was that?" And then you tell them everything about it, and they're like,
"No,
I think I remember it."
Yeah,
it's like, "Well, I've told you. If you don't remember it after everything about,
I just told you about it.
I told you all episodes, even the unaired ones.
You now have a memory of me telling you about it.
Yeah, so you." Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah, my uncle watched that.
Yeah. My third cousin twice removed, I think, used to watch that a lot.
Yeah. I never met him though.
Lies. So let's go through our playthrough.
Rewind.
Playthrough. So we watched episode 1, which is Hang In with Mr. Super.
Yeah.
So it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Right at the top.
Right there.
A show like this, you can never tell.
That's it. If you've got a false memory of the PJs, this is a good place to reinforce that.
Yeah.
The first episode.
Yeah. I do vaguely remember this episode as well.
Really?
Having seen it, yeah.
I don't know if I do.
It's like one of the only episodes I really remember.
Really? You watched one
it's
and
like,
it was like...
that's what I'm starting to think. I think I might have watched a couple, but I do remember this one vaguely.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll let you.
It's a good one.
I'll let you cover it.
It's a good one.
I'll let you go over.
Yeah, it's all right. Like the title says, this one is about the main character who's called Super. Yeah. Like he's a superintendent of the block.
Thurgood is his real name, but everyone just calls him Super.
Yeah. He's kind of like he looks after the block. He's like the janitor, the handyman around the place. But he also seems to be like the go-to guy for sort of the neighbourly type stuff as well. Like everyone's kind of his friend. But he's looking out for some of the local kids. And in the start of the episode, he sees 2 of the boys skipping school. So he's like, "Oh no, truants, there's filthy truants, disgusting." So he thinks that the boys, especially one of them, because one's called Juicy.
Juicy's like the fat kid.
The big fat kid.
He wears a sign, doesn't he, that says "Don't feed me" or something.
Yeah. And then the other one's called what's the other one?
Curtis or
something. Yeah.
Something like that. Just call him Curtis.
Yeah, he's called Curtis now.
Yeah. He isn't called Curtis, but he might be.
Yeah. The other kid.
Yeah.
The not fat one.
Yeah.
He basically thinks he's a pretty good kid, so he's trying to look after him, and he thinks that he shouldn't really be skipping school, because he's got potential. He could get out. Calvin. That's it. Yeah. Knew it was a C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin. Yeah. Calvin.
Yeah.
Is potentially a good kid and has the foresight and the abilities to go far. And so Super's kind of looking out for him. They try and catch them while they're playing truant by following them into the movies and stuff like that, and then questioning them about it the next day. It turns out they were skipping school. They did see them. And so what he tries to do is give them some goals.
Truants!
It's the worst crime.
It's the worst of all crimes.
Disgusting behaviour. So Super's not happy, and he's like, well, these kids, Calvin, he needs a role model. He needs something to do. So he basically he kind of punishes him essentially by making him do some of his work, which is just handyman stuff. Starts off with making.
He's a janitor, isn't he?
He's a janitor, yeah. So he's got lots of dirty jobs. First of all, gets him to like clear a wall of graffiti. Which is like a giant wall.
It's a huge wall.
Yeah, don't know how he gets up to the top of it. He paints it over with grey paint, and as soon as he's done, the paint underneath seeps through. And his work
is just completely undone.
Yeah, it's not done. Thankless task. And then after that, he tags along to a lot more of the janitor works, and you see him meet a lot of the neighbours. So there's lots of weird characters around, isn't there? There's like Haiti lady.
Yeah, she's like got some voodoo stuff going.
Yeah, and she's like put like a goat head down the toilet, so they've got to unblock it.
But with paper towels. That's that's what clogs it.
That's what clogs
What I told you about paper towels.
There's some other like weirdos about, like his mates are all a bit odd. And so Calvin's sort of getting into the job. He starts to see Super as like a role model. He's like, oh, your job's pretty cool. I want to be a Super when I'm older. But then his parents call Super at night. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Flipping, carrying this boy around, showing him all this stuff, trying to make him into a Super like you when you were a loser.
Yeah. Poor Thurgood is.
Yeah, I know.
You know, he's got basically put him off it, hasn't he?
Yeah. And so he's trying to he gets a bunch of people together and gets them to basically neg him on his job and like just tell him how terrible he is
in front of Kelvin.
Yeah, in front of Kelvin,
so that you can see how
it's just like, oh, you never do this, you haven't fixed this. And you start to see after that like he's bodged a lot of jobs. Yeah, there's lots of
he's not very good at the job.
He's not. No, he's there's a lot of pipes put back with tape.
Yeah,
a lot of things are just taped or strapped with like cable ties and stuff like that. The one thing he does do is unblock toilets well, and Calvin's like sort of like starts messing about. He ends up going up on the ceiling to try and like. He's on the roof, isn't he? Like messing with the antennas, trying to like fix stuff or unfix stuff.
Well, I think he's trying to unfix it, and he said that Super will come and fix it.
Yeah,
and then feel better about his job or something.
And then it all ends disastrously as an antenna like dangles him over the edge of a building. And so Thurgood's only option is to create like a tornado inside of the toilet by shoving loads of toilet paper down it. Yeah. And so they create
pulls him in through the window.
F5. They create an F5, an F5 tornado. It sucks him in, and they manages to save him. And so, in the end, he is a pretty good guy overall. Yeah. But I think Calvin,
he knows toilets better than anyone else.
He does. Yeah, inside and out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So Calvin's, I don't know how he sort of settles in the end of the day. He's just kind of like, I guess you are good, but I should be something else.
I think it's a case where he's like, I don't want to be a Super anymore, but you are a good Super.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the happy medium of the ending.
Good balance in the end. And so Thurgood gets something nice cooked for him at the end of the day. That's kind of, I'm pretty sure lots of episodes end there.
Yeah, and he just gets like some fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken with
that he was after.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and that's how you end the day, and that's the end of the episode.
There you go. Toon Jam. Toon Jam. So, the PJs.
Yes.
Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Different to what we're usually watching.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, have we done any more adult-based cartoons? I feel like we might have done one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Fish Police was...
Fish Police was technically...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
No.
No, I don't think...
We've not really gone over many of them.
No. They're generally pretty kid-friendly or, aimed at that kind of audience.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Eddie Murphy, known for being quite raunchy, quite off the grid as far as like very adult, can be very adult, like throughout his career, lots of controversial stuff eventually.
Even if it wasn't at the time.
Yeah. And so to have that caliber of comedian then coming in and doing
because at the time he was still big, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like if you saw it now, you'd be like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Like, what was the last good thing he was in?
Yeah.
Maybe a Shrek movie.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's not that weird, but
at the time, and he was known for being like outlandish as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
So this wasn't the Beverly Hills Cop era, but this was sort of towards the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this was more like the Nutty Professor time,
which is it's a big film for a comedian essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like first thing, the gags. Do you feel like they all landed well?
Not all of them.
I feel like
no.
it was rare I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
There was a few sort of maybe smirks.
Yeah. I think it was a smirk.
Or maybe a...
Yeah. Just like, oh yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird because it was like some stuff was clearly like meant to like sort of be for adults or whatever. There's a few sort of adult references or whatever. But then some of the jokes were like kind of, kiddified. It was just like silly humour, just like, oh, that's a bit stupid, or like a toilet joke or something.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that's weird.
It wasn't heavy, was it?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If I had to rate it, I wouldn't say it was an adult show. Really,
no.
Like, maybe more for Disney, I guess. In comparison, it probably is.
I suppose at the time, adult cartoons were different as well. Because what was there at the time? As well, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
But then there was like Simpsons as well. And none of that, like, you watch them at that age and you didn't ever think like it wasn't adults. Really until South Park. It was like, whoa, this is adult.
Yeah, this is a cartoon, not for kids.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Like everything else. Simpsons I watched all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
And there's just loads of jokes you don't get until you're older.
That's it, yeah. It just goes over your head.
Yeah,
like,
and this is a bit the same. Like the it's like the Prozac pie.
Yeah.
That they make him to cheer him up.
Yeah.
As a kid, I would not.
Just like, what? Yeah.
And even if it was explained to me, about, oh right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad, would it?
No.
Would be like, whoa.
That's it.
So yeah, it's still pretty friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty light.
It's pretty
especially for Eddie Murphy stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back and watch some of it, like, because his movies are still fairly acceptable across the board. I'd say, like, the humour. It's not like super intense, is it? It's fairly sort of like.
But again, I suppose that's the times, isn't it? Like, it's not like comedies have become more and more adult, haven't they? Really?
Yeah.
And it's not even. I suppose a lot of it's just swearing and subject. So more drugs, more swearing. Sort of involved, and that's mainly because of like the Seth Rogen bunch. Yeah.
Whereas, I suppose back in the day it was just a bit different or whatever. But I suppose in comparison to some of his stand up, it's definitely a lot milder.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. But like Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. Trading Places.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Coming
that.
to America.
You could watch more when you were a kid, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Professor.
Yeah.
I did watch that one as well.
Yeah, I did as well. Enjoyed
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, Dr. Dolittle. I forgot about that. Yeah. Mulan.
Yeah, Mulan. Shrek.
Yeah, there you go.
1 to 100.
That's it.
All of them.
But yeah, this was. The gags were. A
bit meh.
Yeah, it was kind of. I think because it was in that middle place where like it
suffered.
It didn't know what it was. It had a bit of an identity crisis, didn't it? Yeah.
Because it was I feel like the topic as well. Like it didn't look like a kids show. No. Just because it's just the colours are horrible.
Yeah,
it's just grungy and dirty.
And I mean, like, I think it's really well done for trying to ham that in, that it's like it's set in the project. Yeah. The project's on. It's not a good place
for what it is.
Yeah, but then when you try and bring that into a cartoon and stuff, and like,
I suppose you've got like the junkie.
Yeah.
That's kind of probably the most adult thing in there, isn't it? Him and the way, but even he is dealt with in the most ridiculous way that doesn't really. I suppose it just doesn't really actually handle the situation.
No.
In a way.
Yeah.
But that's the thing the trouble is when you create something where it could be political, you've got to make that choice whether it is or it isn't. Yeah. And then if you kind of just play hedge your bets, it doesn't work either way.
No. This is kind of like, it's just like on the wrong side of the line to make a point or whatever. So it's a very weird. It fits into a really weird category that we don't really have now, where it's like faux adult show.
Yeah, and as well, and I mean, it's kind of like almost like all the characters are very sort of two-dimensional as well.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh, these are the kind of people you'd see in the projects. and and it's like voodoo lady,
Yeah.
all voodoo jokes.
Yeah.
High guy, all high jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's something that as the show goes on,
Yeah.
you'd think they'd have to flesh them out.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
So
maybe
it might be
it's
just the first
pilot,
episode. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely wasn't the funniest of.
No.
You can see why no one remembers it.
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, I don't like the art style.
No.
Because I don't really like it in Celebrity Deathmatch. It's like I used to love claymation stuff as a kid, and that was the one I didn't. Like Celebrity Deathmatch at least was just gory and funny.
Yeah,
and
and
stupid.
I think
You
it
can't
helped
just watch
in
it
that.
because it was just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, you weren't really looking at it. It was just
No,
like, oh, that vaguely looks like whoever,
Yeah.
and like they're about to get their head blown
And
off.
it was
or
just
something.
stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really stupid.
But yeah, it just looks.
It's not
everyone's
pleasant.
so
Yeah.
Just everyone looks so uncomfortable in their own body.
Yeah.
They've all got dirty teeth. And
Yeah.
it's like they've painted the plasticine rather than use different coloured plasticines.
Yeah.
And it just looks a bit.
Yeah.
Which, again, it fits for the style.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Obviously, that's what they're going for, but still bothers me to
Yeah.
watch. Just like, ugh.
Yeah. And then at that point, it's like they're not even really talking about how bad it is in the project. So it's just like you've just got this horrible aesthetic.
Yeah.
Where you're using
not
kid jokes
using,
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. PJs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange one.
Yeah.
The story was okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the toilet stuff was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It has funny aspects.
Yeah.
And you can see sort of where the humour is. I don't know. No one's really that likable.
No.
Which we've sort of dealt with before.
Yeah, because even Thurgood's like he just gets a bit annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of angry and he just moans all the time and
Yeah.
like he's just I don't know. Like obviously he's trying to do the right thing or whatever, but he just kind of goes about it and
It reminds me a lot of like, Everybody Hates Chris.
yeah.
It's got sort of, it feels like Everybody Hates Chris,
Yeah.
but a not funny version.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
yeah.
they took characters that were actually really good and
Yeah.
fit in the sort of environment, and you liked them. But this doesn't.
This is just
yeah. I don't know.
No.
Doesn't feel personal. I think that's a big thing about
That's
it.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
doesn't feel like Eddie Murphy lived there.
No.
I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't particularly well off when he grew up.
Yeah.
So maybe he did, but it doesn't feel like he did.
No.
It feels like someone told him about it
Yeah. Yeah.
more than anything.
It's a very I don't know anything else like it. Like usually it's like you say, it's one or the other. Like it's like The Wire,
Yeah.
or it's like
Yeah.
or it's
Yeah.
Fat Albert. Like, and this
Yeah.
is somewhere in between. That's
And
like
I think when you're doing an animated comedy,
yeah,
it's fine. Don't deal with those
yeah,
political issues. You don't have to, but then it needs to be funny.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely what they missed out. Like
Yeah.
if they chucked like a load more gags in that all
Yeah.
landed, like you could probably dismiss the
And I
rest
think
of
it does. I don't know. The animation just looks bad.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the problem. They're
Yeah.
just plodding around and don't know. You just feel
Yeah.
like you could have made it look better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously the star they're going for, but I was not a fan.
No. Well, with that
said, let's go to the ratings. Okay, so here at Toon Jam we have a 3-point rating system. That is thumbs up, Good.
Good. Yeah, good.
Thumbs down is living in the projects, I suppose.
Yeah.
In these projects particularly.
Yeah.
And shaky middle is it okay to make fun of fat kids?
Yeah.
So good, bad, on the fence, not really sure.
Not sure.
Where do you stand on the PJs?
Well, I mean, I went in thinking, remembering like, oh yeah, I used to quite like this.
Yeah.
And then, after, having to look at it for like 20 some minutes.
Yeah.
The jokes, like it is kind of a comedy. It's a black comedy after all. Yeah. A black sitcom, as you say.
Yeah, black sitcom.
I didn't laugh that much. Like the characters were like, like if it was written by like a white guy, you'd probably be a bit like, that's a bit.
It did feel like that, didn't it? Like,
yeah,
it just felt like just
quite a few.
No real actual experiences.
Yeah, very broad stereotypes a lot of the time, and like it just there wasn't really anything, no richness to it.
No.
Characters, all right. I think Calvin was the only person I ended up liking throughout the show, and it wasn't fun enough to be a kids show, but it wasn't in depth enough to be like an adult show, and of course because they subtracted the adultness out of it, like it wasn't sort of like, I guess it didn't provoke you enough to be adult either. You weren't just kind of laughing at adult stuff.
Yeah,
there weren't just loads of like kind of raunchy jokes or just lots of over the top swearing angriness or whatever, like whatever it is about adult shows that you enjoy, none of that was there really.
No.
So it was just kind of the worst of both worlds.
The hedgiest of bets.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, I appreciate what they're trying to do, but I just don't think it landed. No. So I think for me, there's very little redeemable about it. It's going to have to be a thumbs down.
Thumbs down
for the PJs.
I thought you would go middle.
I know. I kind of wanted to go middle, but in reality,
thumbs down.
Yeah, below that drain, below that twisting drain cover is where the PJs lies for me.
Yeah, I do. It's a tough one because it's not Fish Police by any standard.
Yeah,
like you can sit there and put one on, but I don't feel like you could. Like I wasn't interested in it.
No,
I think I even went to the toilet and left it playing, thinking I hope this bit doesn't come on, because I was a bit like, I just want to get through this one. But there was some bits that were amusing. There was some bits, most bits weren't. There's nothing offensive about it. No. I didn't feel like angry or anything, which is, I suppose, a good thing. But there was nothing. There's no point where I would say this is something I really like about the show. Yeah. There's nothing I really liked about it.
No.
So yeah, I'm going to say the same. It's 2 thumbs down for the PJs.
Oh snap!
Yeah, and I'm amazed really that I can only imagine because it was Eddie Murphy that it went on for as long as it did.
Yeah.
Like I say, maybe it gets a lot better.
Maybe, yeah.
I find that hard to believe though.
Yeah.
Because it did just feel 2-dimensional.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think more than anything, it's almost like a missed opportunity. I think that's what makes it worse. Is that like, I bet if they did in the world of remakes and whatever, if someone redid it now, whatever, like if you handled it well, it could be a really good show.
It's got sort of at its core, it's got a good idea.
Yeah,
but it just wasn't executed properly.
No, and I think that makes it hurt more.
Yeah. Well, I feel like someone did do it, and they made Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's it.
And that's the thing. Like Chris Rock actually added his own stories to it, and it feels personal.
That's it.
People are all real, and this doesn't have that personal feel to it.
That's it. Yeah, and by making it an animation, you haven't added anything to it.
No,
you've probably just taken something away because they chose the one that they did.
Yeah,
and it's just like nobody actually wants to look at that.
No.
At least some cartoons have like, oh well, it's nice to look at.
Yeah, that's it. Like, oh well,
Yeah, it's
good
pretty,
colours.
isn't it? Yeah. But this doesn't even have that.
No.
So
it was grim colours, grim plasticine. Yeah. But there you go. Okay, 2 thumbs down.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Didn't expect that going in, but there you go.
Yeah.
'Tis the way it goes.
That's it.
Thank you, listener, once again for joining us on this ongoing voyage through cartoon madness. Next week it is October.
Yes.
So you can join us for the first in a series of spooktacular episodes. We're doing a bit of a Halloween month. So look out for what's next. Something spooky. Oh, you waited all year. We're back again. All right, yes. Well, if you enjoyed today's episode or any of the other episodes, please feel free to rate and review us. It is a huge help. Please, if you haven't already, that would be stonking. Otherwise, you can get in touch with us on the 3 projects of the internet, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at ToonJamPod. And if there's anything you wanted to just talk about after watching it, or if there's any recommendations you have, just let us know. And we also have a Patreon if you would like to get some extra stuff. We are just finishing up our Through the Ages, which takes us through pretty much an entire century of work.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. But otherwise, until next time, stay jammy, fair fellows.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.